think this is best used for someone who's like, this is a pull-up, push-up bar. What up? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to The Better Buy, where I give you the information you need on the stuff that you want so you can make the better buy. In this video, we're going over the Insta360 X3 Bike Mount kit. I'm going to give you some quick pros and cons, some of my experiences, and then hopefully you'll have the information you need to decide whether or not you want to buy one. So first off, the thing is entirely metal in construction with a few exceptions. I got two surprises when I got this. I did not realize there were two GoPro mounts on the actual device, or on the mount thing. So this is where you're gonna see the plastic parts. If you look right here, you can see these two little screws going through the GoPro mounting section. This bit is plastic, not the rest of it. The rest of it is a nice metal construction. As far as I can tell, everything else is metal. Maybe that's plastic. You know what? I think that little bit is plastic. Yes, it is. The quick release plate that I have on here is not included, but it is something that I really enjoy because it makes it easy to just throw the Go 3 on here, and then you've got two cameras for the price of one. So one thing that is nice about it is they obviously include the carbon fiber. It looks like it's carbon fiber. It's got that pattern on it at least. An extension rod for it, which you would need. And that's going to allow you to get the camera, especially because this is wide angle 360, it's going to let you get the camera more than far enough away to film, I think, anything that you would want to film if you're just doing action, whatever. One con right from the start is you'll notice that if I have this thing set up this direction, the camera is upside down. So I would need to have it set up this way. This way to use it correctly, I guess, if I had it facing me for anything that I was doing. That's kind of obnoxious because I would really like the camera to be facing me this direction. So their solution for that, let's go ahead and pop this thing off really quickly. Their solution for that is they give you a tightener knob here. Oh crud, that's a little tight on there. Another con is I have gotten this thing stuck on here a couple of times while I was trying to use it because of this tightener, the fastener knob. So essentially what you're going to do with the fastener knob is just get that little guy right there, screw the Insta360 X3 on, and I'll try to refer to that just as the X3 from now on. And then from this point, you just kind of like spin it until it gets to where you want. And it should be pretty tight on there. I will say that on the run, and I use this attached to my stroller. I was pushing my kid and I run, videos on the side there. I use that to basically get this face in the right direction, but on the run, it got a little bit loose on me one time, nothing major, but then I had to fix it. So again, it's something that you can certainly work around, but it takes a little finagling, and I don't love that. I would like it to automatically be facing the exact direction. Just saves you a little bit of time every time you put it on, a little less frustration when you're using it. And now you can see that it's coming off pretty easily once you do that. So overall, the use of the device is very simple. Give me 1 second. This is a pull-up, push-up bar that I use for exercise, and we're going to use just to demonstrate this part. So you'll see right here, this part just clicks on right there. This guy just wraps around there, and now you're off to the races. I'm not going to fully tighten this, but you get the idea. That's how it works, okay? So then you're going to be able to rotate that around. Now, one thing that I like is that they've got teeth built into this. So I'm going to back this up really quickly and spin it so you can see how this works. So, don't you love working in confined spaces? You're going to see right here that this guy pops from one section to the next. If I hold my finger here and I pop, this is where it would tighten next, okay, where the teeth are. If I go again, without letting that thing get twisted, that's what it's going to do. So you're losing the in-between of those two distances, all right? Just something to be aware of. I'll try and get this exactly straight for you, even though it's a little tough with my angle. This is what we're getting. Think of this like a clock, and the hour hand ticks, boom, okay? And then from here, boom. So you don't get the fine-tuning between those unless you were to twist the base and tighten it there. You could obviously do that, but just something to be aware of once you've gotten it tightened down. So I don't think that's a big deal. I prefer having the teeth there because it allows you to really lock into that section. And I've obviously used this while running, and so you get a little bit of shake going on, especially if you're like mountain biking or something. It's going to be much more intense. I'm going to tighten these down just a little bit more so we don't get too much movement with this next part. So one thing that I did try and I do like about this is that you can put this other extension rod on here. Okay, so if you want to, you can just flip over to their selfie stick. Now this is not per their site or anything like that. This is just me sharing what I did or what I do, okay? And if you really crank this guy down here, you're still gonna get a little motion, but the teeth are gonna hold everything pretty tight. And if you tighten that down, your motion is gonna be pretty limited with this section. Now, what I found was, especially if you're just walking, this guy on here, perfect. Another nice thing about it is you basically end up facing the correct direction when you do it this way, because you can basically tighten that to exactly what you need and you're good to go. All right, maybe just a little bit that way. And then I think we could, nope, all right. So that's gonna, my face is covered. That's gonna be the angle that you're gonna get to work with pretty easily. And then obviously you've got a lot more range in the extension. You will need to be careful because if you have this thing fully extended, I tried it when I was running and I was a little concerned about this mechanism part right here maybe breaking, but now that I've seen that that's basically all metal, the only thing I'm concerned about is the teeth. If the teeth are plastic, then that could be an issue. But overall, I don't think it's going to be a major problem for me, okay? So that basically covers everything you would need to know about this thing. It's a really great, well-constructed device. The link is in the description if you want to jump into the accessory. Obviously, I get a kickback from Amazon, but I don't think this is for everyone, all right? This is not, you shouldn't buy this just to have another accessory. I think this is best used for someone who's like doing biking or has a stroller or has something that's like facing you. Okay, I think that's the best benefit for this. Obviously, you could technically mount it sideways. If you had a pole going sideways, you could mount it there. But I think use cases are going to be pretty small for that. If you're someone that loves biking, and I imagine that's the person watching this right now, then this thing is amazing. The range that you get with just this little extension rod right here out in front of you is more than enough for someone that's biking. And you can see the examples playing on the side there. But like realistically, when this thing was pointed out away from me and I'm running, it's such a wide angle, and because you can pull back with the 360, I think it's perfect for that angle that you want. Allows some little bit of variation if you're doing film or biking vlogs or things like that. It's just really nice. So overall, I would give this probably 4 stars out of 5, just because it's a simple, functional thing that does exactly what it's supposed to do, and it's essentially an all-metal construction with the exception of a few plastic pieces. I do love the bonus GoPro mounting things, which allows for the quick release plate here, so you can just throw that Go 3 on there. So I think it's a pretty well thought out piece. The only thing that I would love to see different is the spinner knob here. I would like to see this done a little differently. But if you have any questions, throw them in the comments. Obviously, I can't anticipate every question that people are going to have, but if you have them, throw them in the comments. I'll jump in there and answer them for you. And if nothing else, I hope this gave you the information you need on the stuff that you want so you can make the better buy. I'll see you in the next one.